Detective Becky Mason was the first UK police officer to put international romance scammers behind bars. Hey Becky.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah. I'm hoping she will take a look at my fake profiles.
90 million alone last year had gone to romance fraud. That was just UK.
Wow.
Based.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It's insane, isn't it? I'm fighting a losing battle. It's just the time and the effort that can go into something that may not go anywhere. You know, everything they are doing, they are getting more sophisticated and making it harder for us to track them down. I'm lucky with Surrey Police that they've actually seen the importance of it and have let me investigate it. I was looking through your profile and you've got a fake one, haven't you, that is showing more followers. I mean, that profile is so sophisticated. I mean, this is organised crime.
I was just hoping that it was somebody doing it in their bedroom and that it could be easily stopped. And obviously, as time has went on, I've realised it isn't.
Yeah.
And I have tried to report that profile specifically hundreds of times.
We, as the UK police force, go to Instagram, go to Facebook and say, look, we need to get this taken down. But we are then up against American laws and American systems.
Right, okay.
Not only that, we're fighting criminals that aren't based in the UK.
Yeah.
So it's what the hell do you do?
Yeah.
We cannot shut down every single fraudulent profile on every single platform.
Yeah.
We physically can't do it. It does feel at times like we are fighting a losing battle.
The victims that I've spoken to who have been frauded by fakes of me, they're not that old, which I find quite interesting.
For a long time it was, it's definitely women, 60s, vulnerable. Absolutely not. It can happen to anyone. It's just, obviously, as a police force, action fraud, things like that are governed by people that report it.
Yeah.
And we were then finding that maybe the younger generation were not reporting it, whether they felt embarrassed about it, whether you've got that sort of, oh my God, I've just been a victim of it. Realistically, if I report it, is anything going to be done regardless?
Yeah.
So am I better off not? So our figures were just sort of incorrect anyway, but unless we can see the true impact this is having on people, how can we react to that? So I would just push for anyone that has been a victim to just at least log it.
Yeah.
But we need to know what is happening.
I'm meeting two women who are fighting back after being scammed. Cecilie is famous for helping bring down the Tinder swindler. She fought back after being conned out of hundreds of thousands. Now she and Anna have set up a group helping people to speak up about being scammed. How much in total did he defraud you out of?
£200,000.
Wow. Did you have the 200,000 to give him? No?
It was high consumer debt loans.
Really?
9 of them in total. I had to sell my apartment. I was taken to court by 4 banks, and then they started going after me here in the UK with debt collectors. But so I had to file for bankruptcy here.
I had my own experience. It wasn't a financial one, and it was a guy in his real life who was leading a double life. But there was nowhere for me to go.
Cecilie and Anna are starting a charity for other victims.
Love Said aims to be a centralised organisation dedicated to romance fraud, which there isn't something of at the moment. The heart of it will be victim support, obviously.
So that is what we're hoping to achieve, and to be the organisation that we wished we had. I don't want anyone to go through what I had to go through and, being alone. I don't want people to feel it, because they're not alone.
Yeah.
You're one of the biggest, being used, I should say, one of the biggest kind of scams that there is out there at the minute.
Unfortunately, yes.
I made a post about this probably back in January 21, when I first started seeing the romance and the crypto scams being used in conjunction. It's got a horrible name called pig butchering. I decided, OK, I need to find out more about who's doing this, what's doing this. They have Facebook groups where they train each other.
Really?
Yeah.
They actually use Facebook to facilitate training groups for scammers?
Yes. I have seen your face on lots of...
Have you, actually?
Yeah, on lots of crypto investment scam sites. But a new search engine has come out, and it's called Face Check ID.
Okay.
This is a free service, and it's using facial recognition with AI here, and this picks up more than I've ever seen. It also highlights if those pictures are being used on many, many profiles.
Really?
It's kind of a given that these pictures are being used by a scammer. I've put one of your pictures in here. Here we go, look.
Oh my God, why is there so many?
Yeah.
They're all fake profiles?
Yeah. Your real one is in there as well.
Okay.
So this is one of the fake profiles. It's loaded up 376 posts. It's got nearly 4,500 followers.
Wow. Oh my God. I only uploaded that yesterday.
Yeah.
And I only uploaded...
Yeah.
Holy shit. I literally have only uploaded these pictures.
Yeah.
I really do think that the actual actions of contacting people and, you know, creating the rapport and all of that, it's done via these platforms.
They are totally enabling it. They're complicit in the crime,
yeah, they're
aren't they?
complicit. Dr. Liz Carter. She is a criminologist and forensic linguist, and she is going to look at Kate's messages. Hi, Liz. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to
James.
meet you. Come and have a seat.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's not often I get to chat with somebody in this kind of situation. Usually it's just words on a page. For the last few years, I've been looking at scams, at fraud, because that's where language is used specifically to make someone feel in a particular way. I've been sent the messages by the victim. I've been having a look through them. Must be really weird, by the way, to see your name on this. It must be...
It is. There was a point where I actually just stopped creating anything.
Yeah.
Started posting a lot less. And I definitely think that one of the reasons was because I didn't want to arm these guys with more stuff.
So this is really important to know that you're not to blame for any of this at all. Whatever you put on Instagram is absolutely your choice.
Yeah.
If it's out in the open and we understand that it's a type of abuse, we'll have more empathy and we'd have more understanding and we'd put the blame and the shame where it lies, where it should lie, which is at the perpetrator. So he's saying, I didn't think love was for me, it was something other people have. So bringing in this kind of sympathetic response from the victim. But I love you so much, so much. You've made it possible, you've made everything possible. You're a wonderful person.
I've heard of a thing called love bombing.
Yes.
Is that what this is?
Yes, absolutely. All of these things, something that everybody probably wants to hear, you know, where this relationship is starting. As well as love bombing, which is very extreme, he then goes to the other extreme as well. She's questioning him, you know, I don't think you're real. He starts saying, why don't you trust me? Maybe I should leave you now. And she's just saying, I just don't get why you can't meet me face to face. So she's being very reasonable. She's saying everything that Protect literature would tell her to. He says, I hate it when you're having trust issues. What's wrong with you, babe? I don't understand. I mean, explicitly saying, what's wrong with you? And this is where we start seeing a similarity between fraud and domestic abuse and coercive control.
Yeah, like passing that on to her, like as if she's the one with the problem, not him.
Absolutely. He's really giving the impression that he would walk away, which is quite important because we'd think a scammer doesn't want to walk away. This language, it's so persuasive and it makes the victim feel and behave in a way that they feel like they're making good, rational, reasonable choices. Yeah. And then suddenly everything crumbles down around them and then they feel completely stupid. They feel like they've given all their money away, but actually it's really psychological manipulation. Yeah. The person who's a victim actually has to actively participate in it, which is where all the shame comes from. You know, they've decided to send money, but what we know is that actually they've been groomed into it.
It was eye-opening seeing Kate's messages, and it blew my mind finding out just how controlling the scammers are.